It appears that voters in Louisiana have rejected a series of controversial constitutional amendments pushed by Republican Governor Jeff Landry. I'm going to go and break down those amendments here and show you how much the voters did not like them. Now, Amendment 1 would have expanded the Louisiana Supreme Court's authority over out-of-state attorneys. So the Louisiana Supreme Court would have authority over out-of-state attorneys. What happened to states' rights? And would also allow lawmakers to create specialized trial courts that would cross district lines. So that's a massive expansion of the judiciary, which not so good. Thankfully, it was defeated by more than 170,000 votes. Amendment 2 was a proposal to cap the state's spending growth and would reallocate about $2 billion from education or education savings in order to pay down retirement debt. Also would have phased out business inventory taxes, so it's a tax cut for corporations. And so, as a result, people didn't like it. Amendment 2 was rejected by over 150,000 votes. All right. Amendment 3 happened to be pretty simple, which would basically expand the list of crimes for which minors would be tried as adults. So, yeah. You did this particular crime as a child? We're going to charge you as an adult. Wow. This lost by more than 180,000 votes, so massively defeated there. And finally, Amendment 4 would have aligned special judicial election timing with Louisiana's upcoming closed party primary system. This amendment was defeated by over 120,000 votes. In fact, voters said no to each of these amendments by margins exceeding 60%. So that is an absolute drubbing. Okay, these amendments got crushed. Wow. Now, of course, Landry immediately blamed this on, you guessed it, George Soros. I kid you not. Oh, yeah, George Soros, left-wing radicals came out and defeated it. But also, it's not a defeat. Here's what he said in a statement. We do not see this as a failure. We realize how hard positive change can be to implement in a state that is conditioned for failure. Now, okay. I got to ask, why is Louisiana, why do you think Louisiana is conditioned for failure? Why is that? Could it be the fact that it's been run by Republicans for a very long time? That might be why it's conditioned for failure, because you've had nothing but failure of leadership for a very, very long time. And by the way, I'm not going to spare the Democrats in that, because they have also failed to win majorities in that state. Nonetheless, Louisiana's Democratic Party, which actually still exists, strangely enough, they called the outcome a resounding defeat for Landry. Quote, together with voters from every party, the people came to the conclusion that the constitutional amendments were at best misguided. At worst, an attempt to give tax breaks to the rich while locking up more of our children. Now, that is actually absolutely what these amendments were about. That is not the Louisiana values we stand for. Yes, not imprisoning children or giving tax cuts to the rich. Yes, that is absolutely not what we stand for, okay? Doing those things. I wouldn't say it's a bold stance, but, at least they're being honest. Like, yeah, of course we don't stand for that. Great. In fact, the Louisiana Citizen Advocacy Group said this, quote, in rejecting Louisiana Constitutional Amendment 2, Louisiana citizens from every walk of life stood up and demanded good and faithful government, a government that protects us and does not mislead us. 65% of voters demanded government transparency. We do not exist to serve government. Government exists to serve us. And it would do well to remember that. We will protect our state and every person who lives here. We will defend government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The founders who gave all deserve no less. All right. Now, pollster John Couvion said in a post on X that this was a primal scream kind of vote, driven by robust Democratic early voting turnout that I'm not seeing being offset by a strong GOP election day vote. So there it is. Good news here. Not only did these fail, but they failed because people are animated to show up. Yes, that's the good thing about all this. You see, now that Donald Trump is back in power, people are like, oh, hey, maybe I need to show up and vote. They have been roused off their butts. Okay? Look, they didn't show up in November. Maybe because they thought that Donald Trump couldn't win, or maybe it wouldn't be that bad this time around, or, I can't support a genocide. All right, well, look, on all those counts, people were wrong because genocide ongoing. Okay, Donald Trump won, and yes, he is that bad. So, nonetheless, now they're showing up in special elections and, to oppose or support certain constitutional amendments, and is proving that this Republican administration is not exactly a mandate, which means their power can be revoked at any time by the people, and that even Republicans in red states should watch out. Just watch out. Here comes the voter. Okay? Even in blood red Louisiana, there are people here who will not accept terrible laws or amendments and are actually doing what they can to fight back. And you know what? I love to see it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe with the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.